You're gonna put it on your YouTube? You should. He would probably react to your react. Would Asmongold react to my react? Are you kidding me? Does that actually happen? If he reacts to my react and I react again to his react of my react on his react, does he then again react to my react to his react to... Are you guys trolling me or something? But this is the most cheapo content ever. This is really easy money. Oh yeah, let's go. React!
People, I have seen the light.
I really like how Asmongold is already looking like... You know what I find fascinating? All the cult, you know, like I'm just already starting immediately, right? All the cult accusations came after I stopped playing WoW. But I look much more like a cult leader back then than I am now. Like, look, the act is just insane.
Is that what you think?
But look!
I'm a human.
But look at myself!
A lion. I'm Athene, mother... I would never roll a troll. I am the best paladin in the world. Never a paladin.
You know, even nowadays, you know, maybe I've changed, but I would still never roll a troll.
It's a holy character. It's holy. You have to bow.
Oh, S-Fan's not gonna like that one, huh?
For me.
Esfand is a red paladin.
Okay, well, I wouldn't know.
I know that you know, people when they think about paladin, for them holy, red or protection, it's all the same, but that's actually very offensive.
Oh, I see.
Like, I'm
Is
a holy
it a culture
paladin.
thing?
It's a culture thing, yes. I am a holy paladin, and I don't really like to be categorized as a red paladin when I'm holy paladin.
Is it a culture thing or is it a religion thing?
I'm religiously a holy paladin.
I'm on the throne. I'm the elite. I'm the best. You're running around like a little in the street.
I do want to say, like, there you said, I actually just said there's something that would get me cancelled nowadays. But I do also want to say, back in the days, nobody cared about, you know, any of that. But hey, times have changed.
It's a honor for you, PvE, no?
All right.
How exactly did one of the world's most successful YouTubers and streamers manage to fall so far into obscurity that he now talks to a total of 4 people during his live streams?
That's a low blow. 4 people.
I mean, it's 4 people on YouTube, right?
Well, no. Like, Maral, this doesn't help. Like, I do want to say that everybody that is talking right now in the chat, I do want to say, Filion is on to you guys. You guys are 4, all of you. All of you combined. I know some people are saying like, no. Like, you guys are all alts. You guys are all alts, all paid actors. All the 4 people. Can you guys say something in the chat? Yeah, like we are all one of the 4. But this is true friendship. People want to make me feel that I'm not, washed up anymore. So, like, right now, Reese is going crazy.
This is the story of Athene, or Bashir Boumaza. In 2007, back when YouTube was still in its infancy, Bashir created a character.
Why does he call me Bashir? It triggers me like a little bit now, but actually it does really, it generally triggers me. Call me Athene. Best paladin in the world, holy paladin.
Known as Athene, who...
Remember what I said before about how you never break character? That's what you do. You never, ever break character.
I do want to say he's right, but the problem is though, when you go back, like literally not even a minute back, at some point I say the F word. If I wouldn't break my character, right, I would have been banned.
Yeah.
Asmongold, if you're reacting to the react of me reacting to you, I was forced to break character. But yeah, then again, I was already breaking character before I was forced, so maybe that's just an excuse.
When was the first time you broke character?
With all the Save the Children
yeah,
stuff.
that's what I mean.
It's all the charity shit. Sorry. You know, I died to save lives. Like, it's like Jesus. You know, dying for the sins, or maybe cut that from the react. Cut that.
Would go on to become a voice for all gamers. Athene's personality was that of a glorified troll who would lavish in his conceit and greatness.
Yes.
Central to the personality of Athene were claims.
Should we allow people to clip? Should we allow clips?
But the thing is,
or is it gonna end me? I'll turn on clips right now. Yeah, you can allow clips. Maybe this is going to be the end. Maybe this is literally my last stream. Because clips, they take it out of context.
Can I still leave?
No, you're done. You're fired already. The final react, guys. The final react.
Of gaming accolades nerds could only dream of.
Well, the best part is that it wasn't really a claim. Like, he actually did do a lot of this stuff. That's what made it See, like, Athene, if he wasn't actually good at the game, would have just been like a meme. But it was really funny because it was actually true.
Damn straight, man. Fucking owning them scrubs. People in the chat now talking. What's your fucking rating, you fucking scrubs? Can I do that? Or is that...
It's a little bit passé.
It's part of my, of my culture, my identity to tell people they suck when they suck. Oh, can't say that either.
You can't say that.
No.
Stop. Stop that. That was really not cool of you.
But if people suck at the game and I tell them you suck at the game, like that, you're not allowed to say that anymore. Like, unbelievable. But actually, it's true. You guys want to know a crazy story? With Blizzard, right? Do you know about that story? I don't even know if you know about this. Man, this react is going to take ages. When I wanted to actually participate to Blizzard, right? BlizzCon, because I was thinking of participating at BlizzCon and do a 3v3 championship. They literally came out and said, you're not allowed to talk smack. You get disqualified. Fuck is up with that? If I'm playing 3v3 and I'm clapping some scrubs, I'll yell on the other side saying, you fucking suck, scrub. I'm not allowed to do that because of advertisers and all that shit. That's the fucking Athene brand, yo. What is it? You feel uncomfortable?
No, I'm listening.
But like, seriously, I'm not even allowed to tell people they suck when they suck. Like, that's the fun part. But then again, maybe nowadays everybody's oversensitive and you're not allowed to say that anymore.
With tall tales of...
Also, I wanted to say Asmongold just, confirmed that I was really good. And that's true. I was the best paladin in the world. It was not a meme. It was not a joke. It was a fact. Could literally go check it out on the ranking boards.
Being rank 1 in World of Warcraft, having a perceived hot girlfriend.
What is that? Come on. That was like that. I would never do something like that. What?
She liked it.
Well, of course she liked it. But the thing is, though, are you allowed to show that even if they like it?
We consent, yeah. I think she's here.
That's one of the 3 chatters, though. So.
And a loyal group of friends
Tanya
behind
was
him.
hot, let's be
Athene
honest.
not only...
Tanya, did you hear that? Asmongold called you hot. Was hot. Was. I'm just like, if Asmongold reacts to this, like maybe, she is now very offended. Like, Tanya, are you offended?
Seem to talk the talk, but actually walk it.
Exactly.
Bashir creating Athene allowed him to effectively blur the line of his true personality and that of a degenerate gamer. But how did one of the biggest names in the digital world go from interviews on CNN and having a TED Talk to shilling crypto mobile games live on YouTube?
To be fair, there's a lot of people that do that. The difference is that the other guys do it whenever it's an ad.
I think that was a little backstab to all the people selling out mobile games. You know what's really crazy? When I came out with Purpose and Doobie, right? I said, I'm going to make a game. And people said, no, you're a scammer because nothing is going to come out of it. Like a lot of these, crypto scams, they promise they're going to make a game. And then when the game actually did come out, because I did make a game, now suddenly I'm promoting a scam game. Like while the crypto was tied into the game, it's something I don't understand. It's like Blizzard coming and saying like, here is like a Diablo coin and we're going to make Diablo, immortal. And the Diablo coin is usable in Diablo Immortal. People buy into the Diablo coin. Everybody's calling it a scam. Now Blizzard is actually coming out with Diablo Immortal where you can use the Diablo coin. I mean, then they are following through with the promises, right? Like, where is the scam? I truly don't get that. Like, really, honestly, I don't get it.
You weren't funny right now.
Most of
People don't like when you're out of character. It's true.
I know, like, but that's the problem, right? When I react seriously and address like, that's not what people want to see. They want to goof around. I should have just trolled. I should have trolled.
No, I think it's good to address.
Most of you will remember Athene from the good old days on YouTube, but according to his own documentary, he actually had a successful career before YouTube was even a thought.
Shit, right?
7 years before the character Athene was born, Bashir lived in Belgium and broke out onto the scene as one of the 20 housemates on Big Brother, a Belgian reality TV show. But he was evicted early on, coming in 19th place. Alright, so not a good...
I was already getting cancelled back in the days. That was my first run. You guys really want to know why I got kicked out so early?
Yeah.
Belgium is a very racist country. And they were really saying the monkey should be out of the house. And they said like stuff like, at least he didn't steal because there is cameras 24/7 on him and shit like that. It was also the extreme right-wing party organized a big event to kick me out.
Really?
Yes, and really asked their like the biggest party, one of the biggest parties in Belgium, organized SMS action to kick me out because they said like this is really blurring cultures. It's a strategy from the mass media to force multiculturalism into society, that kind of stuff.
Is this why?
And I have articles prove
Yeah.
everything. By the way, this is literally what happened.
So is this why you ended up talking to like Philip de Winter?
Yes,
I
Philip de
see.
Winter was back then the biggest right-wing person.
Good start, but he was still young. At 20 years old, he participated in local elections as part of a youth organization under Groen, Belgium's Green Party.
That is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this guy was in like fucking these like weird reality shows doing this at the same time. Yeah, that's cool.
5 years later, he co-founded his own political protest organization called NIE. As the spokesman for NIE,
It's not called knee. It's knee. Like knee sounds like I did something like, about the knee, about the foot or the leg. It sounds just weird.
he aimed at helping citizens
Monty
who were
Python?
frustrated at elected officials. Since it's mandatory to vote in Belgium, NIE gave voters an out by allowing them to cast blank ballots. During
Smart.
this time, NIE's lead candidate for the Belgian Senate was Tanja Dervos. This could have been one
It's not the Dervos, by the way.
Yeah, it's Tanja Dervaux, not Dervos.
giant troll to the earliest known incels out there, using shock value marketing techniques to get their voices heard. He easily could
Did
have
you guys see that here? I want to show very quickly here. Here down, do you see? I will give you 40,000 blowjobs. Do you guys know why we did that? It was a campaign, when
to get their voices heard.
there you can see Tanya here. I don't even know if this is allowed, but like you can see it here. One of the biggest politicians in Belgium was promising 400,000 jobs, and it was completely absurd. So we said, like, you know what? We'll one-up him, and we'll just give 40,000 blowjobs. It was a satirical campaign based on, because there was one guy that said, I'm going to give 200,000 jobs. And then he came and he said, I'm going to give 400,000 jobs. And then we came and said, we'll give 40,000 blowjobs, yo. And that was more popular. People actually signed up for that. More than 100,000 people.
He easily could have thought
I bet some people are watching right now.
I mean, there are some people.
There's like, who here signed up? Like, honestly, say it.
I mean,
that
I've
this was-
seen over the years many people who go in like comments like, I signed up for the blowjobs, I never got it,
secure them a spot in the Belgian government. And apparently, she actually went through with her promise. It was essentially VR porn before VR porn. NIE would ultimately die out, failing to win local and federal
my
elections
Actually, I do. Well, let's see what Asmongold has to say.
in both 2006
I mean, that's impressive, right? It's like you get your booba girlfriend to be the leader of a fake political party, and you meme it into basically existence, and he's only 25 years old. That's pretty fucking good, man. That's impressive. He's ahead of the times.
and
It's actually true. It was quite impressive. When I get a compliment, I just, like I chew on it, like I like it. Like I'm gonna give
Yeah.
myself 5 seconds to absorb
Okay,
this.
here, go ahead. Yeah, you don't get so many nowadays. Gotta take the opportunity.
You took it away now.
2007,
Vote
which
Booba,
left Bashir
yeah.
on his own. So he gathered his friends and decided to try something new. Bashir's first ever video on YouTube is him trash talking other players in the famous MMORPG world.
I don't want to react to the chat here. Reese saying the breadcrumbs of validation, as Filion puts it. Yes, that was a breadcrumb there, right there. And I was really like chewing on it a little bit extra because I don't have that many crumbs. And you took it out of my mouth.
Sorry.
You really took it out of my mouth.
I'm sorry.
World of Warcraft. Besides being a time capsule back to 2008, it
Yeah.
captures the entire digital persona of Athene,
Absolutely.
being arrogant and self-centered.
Yep.
The video features his trusted second-in-command,
Furious.
Reese, who is zoned out in the back.
Wait,
wa-
well, that's Furious. Reese is like Furious's cousin or brother or something like that. Yeah, that's Furious.
Well, damn straight. Hey, that was identity theft. Mixing Furious with Reese. That is unacceptable. But
That's a really great investigative piece right
no,
there.
that's really like you do your homework and that's the basics. That's my homie Furious. That's my homie Furious, man. That's not fucking Reese. Outrageous. He can accuse me of all the stuff, but you don't mix up my homie Furious. That's one step too far.
OG
While
Furious.
Athene amusingly rambles on that he's the best paladin and
Right.
everyone else sucks at the game. If you look close enough, you can almost see the light bulb appear above his head. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
And it's like, I think the best part about this video is the fact that, like, he was just talking, and the entire time, Furious is just sitting there behind him, just playing the game. It's like the camera's not even on, nothing's really going on, it's just another day in the life.
This is who I
I like that.
Do you guys know the real reason why Furious was sitting there with his shirtless? Is because he was actually pretending to be Jesse, which is like the guy that was playing the mage in my team that trolled me by hacking my account, selling it on the forums, and I was like, I'm gonna get him back and pretend that, you know, he's this shirtless guy.
I mean, that was the is it called Inception? Inception of Athene, like the start of Athene.
Yes, yes.
And when Jesse like hacked his account, he posted on the WoW forums like as a troll. He pretended to be Athene, and he made him out to be this super scummy guy. And Athene was sleeping, and when he woke up, like the thread had like 100
It was
pages
all
or
over the
something like
place.
it was all over the place. And it's like, okay, well, we better make a YouTube video reply like to
Yeah,
this
yeah, I
and
was
make
like-
him look like this guy. And so Jesse would get like these messages in game like, oh, you look like a total
Yes.
You know?
It was a troll. It was just a troll. It was just me like trying to troll my buddy in the game to make him look like a creep. Like that was it. And it actually worked to a certain degree, but that was the inception of Athene, actually.
how does she know all this? Well, Jesse was my boyfriend. That's how I know.
The world is very small. It's actually true, by the way. This is not a joke.
am now.
Perfect.
And so, Athene was born. More videos were posted showcasing
so
Athene's
good.
instigator behavior that was loved by the internet. The problem with nailing down who exactly Athene is that he switches between different personalities whenever it suits him. He has his World of Warcraft personality, gamer, troll, a political, philosophical, and scientific personality, and a cryptocurrency meta-ironic personality that can
I feel like the crypto personality that people were not in favor of. All the other ones were pretty much fine.
But the thing is, though, with the crypto stuff, right? I'm getting a lot of flack for the crypto stuff, but I thought when I came out with the crypto stuff all the way back in the days and was yelling it was a scam, and that people are getting scammed and all that. Well, actually, you guys will see it soon. It's very funny. Like it was, I thought it was brilliant comedy. I thought it was really funny, but people didn't think so.
be best described as
It's all a scheme to get your money, and it's working.
it's almost as if you need to play some sort of character to get
What?
You were even laughing as you were saying. You can see
Yes.
it in your smile. Like you can almost not hold it in.
The crypto personality that people were not in favor of. All the other ones were pretty much fine.
It's almost as if you need to play some sort of character to get famous.
These videos were so fucking good, and the best part about it was people would get so furious on the forums because they didn't know if he was being serious or not. But what I liked about Athene is that he was such an unapologetic asshole. And I just always really liked that a lot.
Athene
But that was Asmongold. That he was looking at himself like, this
And,
is so.
and he's still agreeing with himself.
Yes,
And
but-
I agree with him too. It's true.
But what I find very fascinating is like the reacts are all coming together. It's almost like the world is, all the multiverses are collapsing or something.
God.
That's quite fascinating.
found this out early.
True. Very fucking true. Goddamn.
But ended up thinking, the more characters, the merrier. Now, you can say that these are just his interests, but when he justifies behavior for
Man, this is when I got banned. Like, look at his face. That's Furious Homie. He's really mad. This is when I got banned because, you know, like Reese used the R word on my account.
There are several R words in this day and age.
The 4-letter R word. I got banned and he was really mad.
one of them, he just hides behind the character. No one could have known the depths of his character back then, and Athene had a knack for capturing audiences, climbing to one of the top 3 most subscribed YouTube channels. There
Oh
were
yeah, he was super fucking popular. Like Athene was like mainstream popular. Like, if you were paying attention to YouTube, you knew who Athene was.
two main reasons.
It's actually true.
What's the weirdest thing that has happened to you when you went to an event during those times?
What I remember when I went to DreamHack, I caused a security issue and I got kicked out because too many people were coming to me and it was blocking the areas and it was a security risk. So I literally got kicked out from DreamHack because just me being there was causing a security risk because there were so many people trying to come to me.
That was when DreamHack was big as well, because like nowadays DreamHack is not so.
Another thing, right, that is interesting is that like not a lot of people knew that I was actually at one point the biggest YouTuber. Number one, actually.
For real?
Yes.
What the fuck?
The most subscribed like for several months in a row. Like also when I got into streaming, I was the first streamer as well. And then like on Ustream, and then I started streaming on Owned. But yeah, let's keep going.
As to
he
why
popped off,
Athene
yeah.
found explosive success. World of Warcraft was one of the most popular and revolutionary MMORPGs of its day, with over 12 million active players at its peak.
Yep.
Athene was seen as a gamer god. He also had an entire group of people behind him. His closest friend, Reese Leeson, Reese's brother, codenamed Furious, Ian the cameraman, Tanya, Athene's girlfriend and clickbait, and dozens of others. This team dynamic actually allowed him to have an impact on the internet by scaling content and initiatives.
Well, it's like he had all of his... I think that him having his friends on the stream made it so much better. Like, if it was just Athene, it wouldn't have been as funny. It was funny whenever, like, remember Tanya came over and she, like, took all of his hair and she made it this, like, little fucking, this little braid or something
Wow.
on top of his head. Like, he was, like, a pygmy doll or something like that. It was so fucking funny. And then, like, Furious just, like, randomly is talking about, like, fucking, you know, playing the keyboard, like, at the guitar. Furious randomly just gets up and starts thrusting against the CRT monitor while he's talking about this, like, while they're playing WoW. It was so fucking good because it was random. And like back then, you've got to remember, like, people didn't really have like the context of like, okay, this is a character. So people just went into it and thought to themselves, wow, this guy's fucking crazy. What is this? It's so funny. That's the big reason. Yeah.
Faster than smaller channels. I mean, if you want to make it on YouTube today, you literally need a team. Athene also used the motto, Together to the Top, or TTTT for short, in order to boost engagement.
Get it to the top.
This meant that Athene would personally congratulate and incentivize those who create.
What happened was I was the biggest YouTuber. We didn't make money. We needed the money. So I got into poker. And then once I was done with pokering, I got back into YouTube. But YouTube changed. Everything changed. Yeah, it was the first comeback. Yes, it was the first comeback.
Yeah, the thing with this video is like the timeline is very jumpy, like
Yes.
back and forth. So it's not even like an accurate timeline of
Yeah.
what happened.
Created a YouTube video or any digital content which praised him.
This was such a good idea. It was actually such a crazy good fucking idea. And the best part about it is that it worked.
A glorified sub for sub, a virtual you scratch my back and I scratch yours,
Exactly.
giving him more attention and views for basic.
That's, by the way, Kwebbelkop. He's now one of the biggest YouTubers. He's fallen off also a little bit.
yeah,
he's
yeah,
fallen
yeah,
off.
yeah,
but he
yeah.
used to be one of the biggest YouTubers at one point. And he actually says that it's because of me that he kickstarted his YouTube channel.
Really? But
Yes.
it's also because
he even
of,
thanked me in a tweet.
yeah, like when you say kickstarted as in like started making videos or like got big.
He got big
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
went
yeah.
with that TDT. And he
Yeah.
said if it wasn't for that, he might have, not even...
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
that.
Basically nothing besides an incredible amount of time. Think of it like Cameo, a personalized message for anyone who wanted to partake. Together to the Top
this guy
is
was
a perfect
farming.
example of Athene's brute force, success at all costs mentality. There
And the thing is, like, the brute force success at all cost mentality worked. That's, I think, one thing that, like, let's keep this all in mind. It was massively fucking successful.
was just
Yes. I do. I like a lot of the times when my reaction is just yes, like I'm just confirming But it's true though. Like, it
wait
worked.
a little bit. Wait till we come to the
yeah.
downfall.
Yeah, the downfall.
One issue. Athene may have gained a boatload of attention in a short amount of time, but he had no way to truly monetize his content. There were no partner programs or sponsors back in the day, unlike this video, which is why today's video is sponsored by Z-Biotics.
What's this?
Engineered by PhD scientists,
Skip that.
media connections, and determination, he was able to make a feature film and a TV series revolving around him. Despite the success of Athene, people began to point out the fact that he was carried in arenas to rank 1, that he boosted his League of Legends account.
That's, by the way, not true. I didn't get carried to rank 1. It doesn't even work like that. Like, you cannot get carried to fucking rank 1. You can maybe get boosted when other people play your account, but if you play on yourself, there is no fucking way you get rank 1. Like, you can't carry one sucker in your team. And if that was the case, you know, then a lot more fucking people would be rank 1. But yeah. And also in League, I didn't get boosted either. How many people think I really got boosted? It's insane. And I was streaming on. Yeah, because I was playing with a top challenger player in my team. But then what I did was I actually went to EU East and got diamond in 1 week. But the problem was people were laughing with East, but on West, people were just constantly, when they saw me in the game, they immediately say throw at 20, surrender at 20. I don't know if you guys remember that. When they saw me in the team, and they also banned Rise, and that was my main, oh man.
It was the character that you were
pissed me off, man.
good with. That was the equivalent of your holy paladin.
Yes, Rise was the holy paladin, and they were banning him, and I was really like, when they banned him, I was playing, you know, not Kraku Shaku and Happy Elf Timo. Happy Elf Timo.
We'll never forget it.
It was the good times.
Oh
Good times.
shit! We played with like Ocelot and like
Yeah.
Account and was potentially view-botting his Twitch streams to make it appear like more people were watching him. However,
Oh, he was definitely view-botting. Like, Athene was 100% view-botting. Like, I mean, whether it got carried in Arena or not, it's like 15 years ago, who the fuck knows, right? It's hard to say. But there were, like, accomplishments. Like, for example, like, it's undeniable that he got, like, pretty much the world first level 80, for example. And he was, like, very much in those types of competitions. I think he got the first level 60 in Diablo as well.
What?
Why does everyone just say 100% view botted?
I did get view botted, but it wasn't me. The situation with Streamlabs, right? Well, back then it was called Twitch Alerts. There was literally a VOD where they mentioned, hey, where are the view bots?
Where are the view bots, Andy?
Yes, view botting a channel was really very bad press. It was very bad PR. Like, you could literally view bot someone and fuck their reputation up. There was more people that got affected by it, and to the point where there's even people that stopped streaming because they were getting view botted. It just didn't make sense, because when you view bot, just so you guys know, there is many services you can pay. When I was getting view botted, I wasn't getting the fake chatters or the fake people in the chat, because if you back in the day were paying a service to viewbot, you could also buy the chatters and the people activity to not make it look like a viewbot. If I was the person that was viewbotting myself, I would really be dumb enough, even though I had the money, to take the package to make it look like I'm getting.
But you know what people are
going
to say now? This is the meta. You're doing that to make it seem like you're.
No, because people are too stupid to figure that out.
No. That's what people think.
I did contact Twitch, by the way, to ask them to level up down my viewers. I literally contacted them and say, I'm getting view botted. I know I'm getting view botted. It makes no sense. Can you please reduce my views based on the amount of chatters? And I don't even think they responded.
I mean, like, these are things that he did accomplish. So I don't think that, like, it was a it was not built on a throne of lies. I don't know about League of Legends either. I have no idea. But, like, absolutely, the Twitch thing was view-botted 100%, without a question.
But the thing is, though, like, I've never said that I wasn't view-botted.
I know, it was very public.
I really was coming out of
time.
it. I even made videos about it. I contacted Twitch. I was like, this is terrible. Like, but do you guys actually remember? Who remember? Well, you guys must remember.
I'll say one thing. The only person that stood by your side and was like, yeah, this sucks, was fucking Soda Poppin'.
Yes.
For this controversy never seemed to bother him. After all, he had big plans. iPower was Athene's way of creating a movement. a lifestyle. It had 3 principles that you must follow. You had to be open-minded, you had to actively be thinking, and you had to put their vision into practice.
Alright, so it's a
iPower
cult?
was essentially
He
just
says it's a cult or what? How is that a cult? He said, so it's a cult? Wait. But with iPower back in the days, there was not even anybody coming. It was just a movement online.
Athene's self-help YouTube channel. This was a strange time for Athene and his team as they gravitated towards a more philosophical understanding of the world around them.
I feel like this was the turning point, by the way. Like, this, whenever he started making these videos about, like, science and shit, I think that's what really kind of started making it weird. Before that, it was totally fucking fine. The science arc and then everything after that was whenever it became a problem.
I guess Athene just wanted to hit every demographic. In 2011, he would post Athene's Theory of Everything. This video supposedly explains new developments in neuroscience and has solutions to many unsolved problems in physics. This was such a drastic switch from his usual content.
I do want to say something about that, right? With Athene's Theory of Everything, it was not a solution to very big problems in physics. It was more a way of making people think for themselves, which was really the conclusion of the documentary. That I don't even know whether these things are true or not, but for people to engage and involve themselves in science, which helps humanity move forward. I've always been very, but why am I acting serious? But yeah, like, it's so fascinating that these things are taken out of context and make it look like I'm some weirdo cult leader. But maybe I should just go like full cult on this and go with the flow. What do you want to say?
It's too late.
It's too late.
You
yes.
broke character, bro.
Yeah,
So
weird
as you
people
could
out.
guess, his
Yeah,
audience
exactly.
didn't know how to react. But if you've been paying attention, this didn't come out of the blue. Athene admitted in an interview that he wanted to poke people and get them to start thinking about metaphysical topics. 1 year later,
Metaphysical? I didn't want people to think about metaphysical stuff. I want people to think about science.
Don't get upset. It's okay. It's okay.
Like the
Don't
fuck,
get
what is this
upset.
shit? But like, what are you doing tapping me here like I'm a dog?
It's okay.
But this is, like, it's insane. It's like,
I
I'm so
feel-
anti-metaphysics and all that shit. I'm so scientific-minded.
I feel like I got upset before and it spread or something.
Yeah,
don't
it's
worry.
contagious.
It's okay. Don't be upset.
Athene
Why are
would
you
host
into
a campaign
metaphysics,
called
bro?
Yeah, I mean, in the secret and shit. Like, love the villain vid. He really did his research. Furious. Well, yeah, Reese is furious,
Operation Sharecraft through the Save the
Oh,
Children
yes.
organization.
Okay.
Through streaming, Athene raised $1 million for this initiative.
a lot
The
of money.
fame, along with cult-like community support, awarded him his own item in the popular MOBA League of Legends, Athene's Unholy Grail. This
Certainly right. And I feel like, for the kids, scam the kids. My understanding is that there was never any evidence that Athene scammed people.
Thank you, Asmongold, for doing that. I really appreciate that. Because other people like Destiny, Forsen, and even people that I can't name because, it's more sensitive, but quite some others, literally just came out, said I was taking money from the kids, that I had a secret deal with Save the Children under the hood, and it was not true. I never took a single dime.
I never saw any conclusive evidence that Athene actually scammed people.
I really appreciate that he says that. Because I didn't scam anyone. Like, it's so frustrating to... Okay, whatever.
This 1 million grew to more than $10 million by March of 2015. However, the project didn't stop there and eventually raised an astounding $20 million,
That's nuts.
which solidified Athene as an ambassador for Save the
I would
Children.
fucking bet.
However, not everyone was convinced, myself included. After all, $20 million is an
a lot of
absurd amount of money.
It's more than 20 million, by the way.
It's
believe
25.
in any of the numbers that he's giving. It's not possible that he
There you got Destiny saying it. He never apologized for it. Hey, Destiny, if you're gonna react to this shit, apologize for saying, hey, you can't imagine I raised that much money. It's because I'm a fucking Athene, yo.
could raise that much money.
During the height of Athene,
I think that it would be possible that he could have raised $20 million. I don't find it to be unlikely because you have to keep in mind that, like, nobody else was really doing this kind of stuff, so he had like a 100% market share, and everybody was talking about it. You've got to keep that in mind. Everybody was fucking talking about it. And it wasn't like he raised $20 million in a day or so. Like, he raised it over a point of time. And whenever I think about the money that I've raised for like different organizations and stuff like that, and then I put that in the context of like, what if I was always doing this and this was like a massive promotion, and also like a number of other people that have like really big charity donation amounts, the way that they get those amounts is they basically have companies donate to them for the charity. So they promote the company looks good because they're donating to the charity. So it's basically like, fucking you suck my dick, I'll suck yours marketing. That's basically it. So I think that the $20 million number is not completely unrealistic as somebody who has done stuff similar to this. Especially at the scope that he was doing it in the fact that like nobody else was doing it, market share, the amount of people involved, etc. I don't think that it's completely unlikely.
Well, yeah, obviously. If it was a scam, I would have been exposed. You can't run a scam when you're Athene on that level. It doesn't fucking work. And it's illegal as well to do that shit. Like defrauding people from money and saying it's going to charity while it's not. That shit is, it's actually illegal.
Gained a partnership with Razer that would further place him on the gamer god
Razer,
pedestal.
huh?
During DreamHack in 2014, Athene piloted protests against net neutrality, swaying...
He was really big on this stuff. And like, I remember like, this is one of the things, like I was happy whenever Razer picked us up because it was like Razer, like, they were the first fucking people that were like sponsoring people like Athene and like Swifty back in the day on YouTube. They were like the OGs to actually put money on the table and actually support content creators.
When I got sponsored by Razer, I didn't ask for money. I asked for $500 worth of gear that I gave back to my viewers.
$500K.
$500,000.
$500,000
Yes.
worth of Razer gear.
I didn't take a single dime. I didn't want to promote a brand and profiteer from it. There's a lot of people right now in the chat that are watching that got a keyboard or a mouse. Say it in the chat. Who actually wants something?
I still get people messaging me
I had
sometimes.
millions of people watching me, and look how many right now from the few suckers that are left, right? Look how many people got actually something that they want.
back into the political sphere. Undoubtedly, Athene's charity work is something that he and his team should be proud of.
Yes.
But he's living proof that you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. One thing Athene understood then and now is viral marketing, clickbaiting his own girlfriend and spouting outlandish claims. All for
I don't think it was that big of a deal to clickbait the girlfriend. I feel like she probably didn't even mind it. I don't know. I mean, like, if she did mind it, I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have been with him for like 10 years. Yeah, there's plenty of guys that clickbait their girlfriends. I clickbait my ex-girlfriends.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Which ones?
That's how
sake
bad I am.
No. That was wait. Sorry, Asmongold. Like, I didn't know that Asmongold had a relationship. For real, I didn't know.
Well, now you know. She's hot.
And it's an ex.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
attention.
So I can't
Ironically
complain about-
enough, Athene was doing exactly what streamers do today. He preached that he was the best at World of Warcraft.
Like, Athene to this day, I think probably has made the best WoW content of anybody ever. It was like this really, really good mix of real life stuff and like WoW stuff.
Yeah, it was
And
the lifestyle.
It was like the lifestyle that was like associated with it.
Yeah.
That's
Even
creepy,
started
sorry.
gambling. The man did it all. In fact, Athene was so good at poker, he turned
Great minds
$5
think alike.
into 300,000 in 1 year. And just like streamers with their gambling bullshit, it was all too good to be true. Athene, going by the name Sharen80, and another player 3J55 were given partnerships to help promote the PokerStars brand. They both
That's not true.
By the way, it's not true. Like, Jesse was never partnered by PokerStars, but he was...
He was Supernova Elite.
Yeah, it was Supernova Elite. And I was Supernova Elite and sponsored.
both figured out a loophole where they could earn 100% rakeback on every transaction. They would chip dump back and forth on different tables.
It wasn't 100%. We were making 150% because if it's 100%, then it's break even. But since it was $10 tables, I fucking contacted PokerStars. I said, listen up, this new event that you guys have, it's a loophole. I can play with my friend that is also Supernova Elite, and when we are playing very aggressively against each other, then we're actually making money. Am I allowed to do that?
And they said yes.
They said yes, as long it's not chip dumping. We did not chip dump. I made the agreement with Jesse that the blinds were $5. It was just plus EV to do. This was not chip dumping at all. This was just me playing a very aggressive playstyle with Jesse that was approved by PokerStars. It backfired on the 2+2 forums. I got called on the mat and I took the blame even though it wasn't my fault. And what he's now saying as well, saying that I got fired, it's not true. I was still sponsored by PokerStars for another year. No, I didn't turn $5 into 300K. That was not part of it because all the money I made then, I had to give it back through a charity because PokerStars, it was not good enough that I shut up. I also had to give all the money back I made from the event that PokerStars made, and we ended up giving it to net neutrality.
Making money from every single hand that they played. They took blind advantage of the technicality for too long. Their employer, PokerStars, found out, and repercussions were settled behind closed doors.
Look, man, hey, yo, there was not a single Athene accomplishment that I think ever happened that was 100% legitimate. Right? Like, all of them, there was like, yeah, but they do like that experience thing, and like, did he really supposed to, like, and that was the best part about it, though. Like, that's what I think that people might not realize, is that the fact that the accomplishments and all of these things were gray, it made everybody talk about them, because they're like, well, yeah, he won, but he cheated. Yeah, but they didn't cheat, and they lost, and he won, so there it is.
Wait. There's a gray zone. It's smart use of game mechanics. Because even with the world first, right, like 70 or 75 or 80 or whatever, where I got banned before I dinged, right? Like, I checked with the game master saying like, can I mob tag inside instances by leaving the party? I literally had a screenshot about that. And the game master said, sure you do. And then literally 1 minute, like 3 minutes before we dinged, a game master showed up. I bet he was just, beating off and really like going all crazy. Like, I'm going to ban this fucker. Sorry guys, get the fuck out. It's over. It's actually been capped on video. And I got banned together with my team, even though we had written approval that we could do it.
He's the winner. Yeah, win trade for Gladiator. Hey, yo, you win, you win.
I never win. That's not true. That's another story. That is not true, Asmongold. I never win traded because that was, first of all, completely against, well, maybe back then it wasn't against the rules. The way I got Merciless Gladiator was because we decided to just hold the same rating. That's a very big difference than win trading. Win trading is taking advantage of the system and fucking other people up that are actually competitive. But if the top 3 players, the top 3 teams decide to just hold the same rating, so all 3 get all the rewards, that's not win trading. That's, again, smart use of game mechanics, because 3 teams got all Merciless Gladiator title.
This could have been because PokerStars didn't exactly have a stellar reputation either. They'd been known to screw over their own professional players. Let's make one thing clear. Without a doubt, Athene was ahead of his time. He was crazy, he was charitable, he was a troll, he was a thief. He was scamming with
Wait, he was a thief. What? Where does that suddenly come from?
crypto before it was written into the social media influence.
That's what was so crazy. Like, Athene was scamming. Dude, this guy was like, as I said, with everything that he did, he was 5 years ahead of his time. Scamming people with crypto? Bro, like, this is probably before FTX even existed. And he was making these like little bullshit things, trying to get people involved with him. Yeah, it was impressive.
Like, the thing is, the crypto stuff is not a scam, but hey.
Playbook. Yes, he raised a ton of money for charities, but uses it as the basis for his moral superiority when deflecting his mistakes. There are even people who believe, yes, he scammed people with fake crypto, but at least the money is going to a charity.
But I didn't fucking scam people. Like, I made an action. I delivered my promises where I made a game that was highly profitable last year, now a lot less so, but we're working on that. You can literally buy shit in a game that has 10,000 active daily users. We are making about $50,000 with Apple and Google Cut taken every month from mobile mini games, which is the game I made, right? You guys can literally download it by scanning the QR code there, right? When you go and you buy yourself Purpose or you buy yourself Doobie, right? And you go to this shop, you can literally get crazy discounts. You can even look at revenue graphs and everything. And at one point it was $400,000 a month. And if our ads do well, it's going to go back to $500K a month. So there is a demand for the token that is not just speculative. Scamming is different. It's what Sam Bankman, that is proper scamming. But also, like, what was the other guy starting a coin and then do a rug pull? What was his name, guys?
What, Ice Poseidon?
Ice Poseidon.
Ah.
That is scamming. With his CX coin, like that is scamming. Like I came up front, right? I said, I'm going to make a game that's going to work with this coin. Like it's fully crypto integrated. I made crazy promises and I delivered. And the game was top grossing. Last year, it was fucking top grossing. Me saying I'm scamming people with the crypto was in character because I was not scamming.
My understanding is that the cryptocurrency thing was proven undeniably fake. Like,
What does that
What?
mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
it was, I don't know, big surprise, guys. The cryptocurrency promotion that Athene was doing and the cryptocurrency promotion that was happening, it was turned out to be bullshit. Big surprise, I know.
But it wasn't. It's
You know,
It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
If you have to scam people
Shot.
to donate, what the hell is the point? And no one really knows how much of the money he kept for himself.
Yeah, true.
Luckily, Athene's scams didn't gain as much popularity as he once had. Maybe because he admitted to it all on stream.
It's all a show and a fugazi. Okay, I like here says disclaimer: donation recipients are not required, obliged, or bound to accept, acknowledge, reward, or compensate for any donations. Statement made on this live stream are for entertainment purposes only and are not legally binding. Debian or Purpose tokens are given out freely by Athene, who reserves the right to do so at his own discretion with no obligation towards donors. Debian and Purpose tokens have no guaranteed or implied inherent value. Like literally it shows here, right? We promote it that way. Nobody's telling you this is fucking real. Okay, it's a show. Okay, let's say you get scammed. Even if you do get scammed, okay, whatever. You got scammed, okay. I fucking told you guys. It's all a fucking scam. So it's not even an argument. If I go to my viewers, right, and I say, get fucking Purpose and Doobie, you're gonna get scammed, and you get on it, then nobody else, you can't go afterwards to people and say, like, I got
How
scammed.
do you invest in something called Doobie? Like, Doobie, like, come on. Like, that's such a dumb name. Like, dubious, dookie, like, come on, man.
They got scammed. No, it's part of the fucking show, man.
Clearly,
Well, if you get yourself Doobie, you got it coming, you know, just because of how silly it sounds. But no, like that's just a joke, by the way. Doobie stands for Decentralized Universal Basic Income.
this is no excuse. You
No, I think the reality is, like, Aiden said that he was part of some crypto scam too, like that MILF coin thing or whatever it was. But the difference between, like, Aiden and Athene is charisma. See, like, Aiden can scam the whole audience and be like, yeah, well, I mean, look, you guys knew that shit was fucked up. It is what it is, right? All right, yo, I'm bringing this other girl on. We're going to go on a date with her, right? And then so immediately move on to the next thing. And that's the thing. Is that people never gave a fuck is because he's funny, people like him, and, you know, the content's still there. That's all there is to it. Yeah, you can get away with anything if you have the right charisma for it. If you approach it in the right way.
affirms his actions by
Yeah.
saying everyone knew it was a scam the whole
Yeah, just be
time.
funny.
This is not only the face of a pathetic grease slime ball, this is also the face of a successful cult leader running a very successful scam through Twitch right now. If you've been on the internet for any length of time, specifically on YouTube, this unsavory face is one you've definitely come across. This is
And he just doesn't look like, the thing is, like, in this photo, he doesn't look like a winner. And that's really what it comes down to. It's like, where are we at? We're at 1353. Like, meanwhile, in these videos over here, he looked like a fucking winner. Yeah, this guy was absolutely a fucking winner. And that's what the difference was. It had nothing to do with, like, what he was saying or anything like that. Look like a winner, and you win.
This is Athene.
matters a lot.
Of World of Warcraft fame, this man is still just barely around, but he has a very devout following of lunatics, just absolutely fanatical maniacs.
That's you guys, by the way, that he's talking about. Can you guys all do a thumbs up for Penguin Zero? You guys are the lunatics. Get it to the bottom. What the hell, lol? That's you guys. That's you guys. You guys can do a thumbs up.
These people would lay across a bed of broken glass and molten rocks and let Athene walk over them while he's pissing in their face. And
Okay, so that's literally what I'm doing, you know? Like, I'm pissing in your face, and you guys are still going, yeah, Athene, yeah, Athene.
and they would be taking that golden shower with a smile and a big thank you.
Perhaps Athene thought that being so in your face with his scheme would somehow work to his benefit. However, Athene's fame began to crumble.
Oh
He-
shit!
That, wait, we just got $100 donation. Golden shower time. That's not too bad.
simply became a liability, which was no longer adequate for big name brands. Raised
The reason why it happened is very simple. It's because he stopped making the content that made him popular.
It's true. Like, honestly, it was not by accident. I changed the direction because YouTube algorithm changed and we lost all our viewers we gathered through subs overnight. And then we started doing the sub for sub and all that shit because that was the new meta. But that's just insane. Imagine, like, there's another guy that was on the stream, right? I don't even know what his name was. Can't remember. Maybe he's even watching now. He had a Fortnite channel, right? He hired an entire staff to make the videos and everything. And then overnight, he got demonetized. And suddenly his videos weren't getting recommended anymore and he was getting like 10k views, not even that. Justin Copter. Yes, Justin Copter. If you are putting your entire livelihood in building a platform and then from one day to another they decide, oh yeah, now we want to push this type of content or that, and now like even your subscribers don't even get notified anymore. Twitch, the same thing. Like Twitch in the past, when you went to the front page, you saw the most viewed videos. Now it's all recommendation. People don't understand that you can just get removed from the recommendation. You're a brand risk, they just flag you.
If he just kept doing that content, people would still be watching Athene today.
who had been with Athene since 2012, ended their partnership with him due to the building allegations. If you were to take
That's not true. I ended up not renewing the contract because I was moving to different things. I wasn't really focused so much on gaming anymore. I was doing the poker stuff.
a look at his life now, it's just sad. He lives in a commune.
Man, I really like the way I look here. But I want to say something about this, right? When you see me like this, right? Here. And if I put my hair loose, you also see it. Like, this is pure proper, you know, this is method acting. This is character. Do you guys not think that I know that I look like some crazy cult leader? Why do I look like this? Why? It's because it's clickbait. But then again, it went too far because people started believing the clickbait and used this as fucking thumbnails to say, here's a cult leader, and you see that shit with his teeth and all that shit. You really believe that motherfucker is a cult leader. You really think like this is, you know, this is proof.
With an entire group of volunteers, which Athene says is led by Reese. According to him, he doesn't run the show anymore. He
That's you, Maral.
No, it ain't.
is merely a bystander who does an occasional stream here and there, but it's really just people popping in to see if he's alive. This team, or movement as he calls it, is named the Singularity Group. If you want to
Okay, everybody clapping. This is literally footage, right? From a mock documentary that we made ourselves exposing the cult.
That video is so funny. It's like, I think it's one of the funniest videos you've ever made.
Maybe I should watch it again on the
I
stream.
love it. I love that
It's
one.
so damn funny.
to see inside the group, YouTuber Budesu joined their living quarters named The Compound and still works for the team today. The
wow.
building they live
He
That's
actually
not true.
Yeah, he left. He ran.
in is apparently owned by Reese, who provides them with shelter and food.
That's not Reese, that's Furious.
There's even meal plans, and in turn they work on Gaming for Good. Gaming for Good is a non-profit whose mission is apparently of charitable opportunities for all gamers. In other words, they make games and use the money you spend on said games for their own charitable opportunity.
Where do I sign up?
Asmongold, man, you can just apply.
Come over.
I'll put here the link. Man, he should really come over. There's a link, man.
You know, if he came over, we could do it like a really like a cult thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When
For
he
sure.
comes, like everyone just like
Man,
that would
like,
be such great content.
What I should do, right, it's like I put all the girls with robes, me with a big robe, and he comes in and I say like, which girl do you want?
Oh my god, no, you can't do that. What the fuck? I'm fucked.
But that would just be a good joke. No. No.
I feel like, I mean, shit. Yeah, this is, I mean, yeah, who wants to join? This looks good to me.
The game that supposedly generates the most money for the group is Clash of Streamers, or mobile minigames, a casual mobile game where you spend his shitcoins for some awesome prizes. And if you
Yeah, like how Asmongold is laughing. But there he actually says what the shitcoins are used for.
didn't already know, Athene's cryptocurrencies, Purpose, or PRPS, and Doobie are bullshit. Twitch, the platform he streamed on, didn't stop his crypto scam, but did ban him once the controversy was
That was really deep. That was really deep research. His coins are bullshit. End.
But it's funny though.
Yeah, it's funny.
revealed. Though today, Athene has a Twitch account where he just pushes his mobile games because that's all he has left. Don't forget.
I don't know why Twitch, like, I mean, it's the same thing with, like, Slicker, right? It's like you can have undeniable evidence that it's a scam.
But it's, what the fuck? It's not, there is no, man, I find that crazy. You know why Twitch didn't ban me? Like perma ban me? Because they knew it wasn't a fucking scam. All the disclaimers and everything and us explaining it, like they fucking knew. It's like the money going to charity, like they know. I got a lot of fucking flack, a lot of people reporting me and stuff. Like, you can't as a brand as Twitch just like allow people to scam on your platform. That shit would backfire either way.
And they're like, yeah, wow, bro, like, that shit's crazy, huh? Wow. God damn. So, like, they scammed it? Well, you know, I guess we'll unpartner him for a week.
No, but well, yeah, like the Slicker stuff, I have to agree. That's crazy.
You know what's
what
fun?
happened with the Slicker stuff that they didn't ban him? I don't understand that.
Wait,
but
he's
man,
not banned?
no.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's insane.
Forget, the games they've created to push their crypto are just a way to make revenue for the Singularity Group. Without it, the company would go bankrupt. Oddly enough, the game relies on you drooling over Athene as his face is plastered all over the place.
That's not the case anymore.
That's first of all, that's not the case anymore. But even before, it was the default face. You can add your own face, and then your face gets replaced. But whatever. I also like people drool over my face, just like Elon Musk.
Who is playing this? You can see he puts scam levels at the bottom because he's ironically scamming.
Smart.
Like the thing is with the scam levels, like that we literally on the stream say like scam level, right? With Doobie and with Purpose, right? We call it scam levels. To not understand the sarcasm, I don't understand that.
Nowadays, Athene receives little to no views on his stream or channel, which is a stark contrast to his videos.
True. It's like, look at these videos, and like the thumbnails were just like, I love how you guys always go and be like, man, girls on Twitch is so shameless. Man, these hoes, like, man, this is some bullshit. This is why we like Andrew Tate. And look at, this is 9 years ago. This shit was all over YouTube. And I remember I would click on some of these, and then it'd just be Athene.
I got you real good, Asmongold. I got you real good, man.
And he's like talking about like drinking Kool-Aid or something. It's like, fuck. Yeah, it worked.
In the past, even if they were clickbait, and I'm not the first one to point this out. Both Dr. K and People Make Games have interviewed Athene after they had heard about several controversies surrounding him and the Singularity Group. According to ex-members of the commune, there is evidence of emotional abuse which occurred at the compound. Chris Bratt led the investigation into the abuse scandals, but did not receive the answers he wanted. In the video, Athene refuses to take any responsibility. When confronted with a simple, genuine question, he will never answer yes or no, blame cancel culture, or rely on convoluted ways of cryptic speech to muddy the original question or point.
I'm actually going to address this all. I'm going to let this end and address it all, because this is a very important one.
Emotional abuse that Chris Bratt was investigating is detailed by a woman known as Katarina, who fled the Singularity Group and exposed abuse and manipulation inflicted upon her by Athene. Katerina claimed he threatened to sue her for defamation and that she has feared for her life. As of 3 years ago, Katerina has been so heavily influenced by Athene that she has left and rejoined his cult several times. Someone
That just sounds weird. Like, that sounds pretty fucking... It's very hard to know, like, is she crazy? Is he crazy? Are they both crazy? I think that's probably what it is, by the way.
I do have to say, like, honestly, I really appreciate, right, that he doesn't jump the gun on this one. Because it's so damn easy to just go like, oh yeah, like, this is all true. First of all, Katarina did retract everything she said. Not under pressure, not under any of that stuff. Actually, crazy is she is even here. The real reason why that happened was because, and back in days I even addressed that, even the initial VOD where she accuses me, you can see it, is like with purpose, right? She got purpose for $500 and she got basically 1,000 purpose. I bought 500 purpose from her for 5K later on. So that was 10 times more than what she put. And then with the fork, where everybody that made their money back got forked out. So nobody lost money, including her. In her eyes, she thought she lost 500 purpose because she didn't understand how it worked. And when that was then also addressed on her stream, because she was like, yeah, I want my 500 purpose, blah, 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 blah. Like, it flipped and it became like all about emotional abuse. And everybody was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Back then, it was not allowed for streamers to shit talk each other. Definitely not when it's not true. So I addressed that on my stream when it was happening because everybody on my stream was going crazy. I said, like, I'm not going to accept that. Like, she cannot say these things when it's not true. And that's why she felt pressured. The killing herself that she even mentioned, she felt like she was, her life was under threat. Not killing herself, but like her life was under threat. It was because she was, this is only, by the way, something I only knew not so long ago because I was like, there's never a video where she said she was afraid of her life. It was because she joined the Purpose 2 Discord and they told her to say it.
What?
Yes, it was orchestrated.
What the fuck?
And she basically made that video was not public. It was for private, like for them.
For those who don't know Purpose, there are hater group.
Yes, it's
a
really,
very dedicated,
very
organized
dedicated
hater group. Shout out.
I never heard even about the clip, but it's only afterwards that it resurfaced because someone in that Discord used it. When you band together to try and pull me down, and nobody cares about facts or truth anymore, then it goes haywire. And this is just something, it's almost like, can you blame people for being tribal and all that shit? Like, can you blame the current state and all that stuff? Katarina ended up retracting everything she said, even giving context to the emotional abuse and everything. Because when people see that, they just think like, I'm some kind of crazy guy that did some crazy shit, but it's not true. Now, what I do want to say, like with the Chris Pratt documentary, he wanted to make his entire hit piece about Katarina. When he contacted Katarina wanted to even talk to him. But then when he saw he got caught red-handed, and saw that he wasn't getting what he wanted to get, he went along with the hit piece and started twisting things, making it look like even against she wanting him to even mention her. That's why he blurs him, and then at one point he even shows her name, but whatever. Like, he still used the story in his hit piece to make it more juicy, even though Katarina retracted everything and she was here. He still used it in his hit piece because it gave it more weight. That's literally defamation on another fucking level.
There's so many extra things to this as well. It's like when he reached out to people that he thought had left or whatever, his messaging to these people were not about like journalism. It was helping me bring him down. Literally in the email, help me bring this guy down so that he can't harm other people. And when he would call people when he realized that they were still here, he wouldn't want to talk to them. So it was always a one-directional
And he also then talked to other people that were here, quite some actually, that mentioned it to us and say like, what was his problem? He really wanted to put you guys in a bad light. And he didn't use any of that. He had a lot of like actual testimonials of people that were here, didn't use any of them. You know which one he was thinking of using? Of one that he ended up trying to use, but then realized, oh wait, that guy actually stole money from us verifiably on the blockchain. And then he quickly removed it. If you're making a hit piece to try and get drama and you don't care about the facts and the truth and your motive is just to get some nice, getting someone canceled or whatever. Just the more drama, the better. You don't care about representing the facts. And the viewers don't care about looking at the facts either. And that's why you have this crazy synergy that ends up being a very twisted situation where news or facts or whatever like are just not part of the equation anymore. And even addressing this stuff, even now when I address it, I bet there is, without reading the chat, I bet there is people saying like, nah man, that's not true, this and that and that and that. Like, because it doesn't matter. The truth actually doesn't matter. And even to the people that say it in the chat, right? It's like, yeah, if you really go ahead and ask them why, it's like, because I don't feel that it's true. Like when people, you know, come at me and say this and that and about me and it's not true, and other people go take a run on it to use it and cancel someone, that's not fucking right. But the problem is you can't even address it. Lies spread 1,000 times faster than the truth.
Even the clip with Tina and Katarina, right?
Yes.
When they're sitting next to you and you're using the donation platform, they walked away from that stream making how much? $6,000 each.
Yes.
$6,000 each. And the reason their faces are blurred is because they're smiling and they're happy in it. They're fucking happy. They're having the best day.
And like, even when I said the jiggling the titties, right? Like, because that's what he showed then, and then say like, yeah, this guy, blah, 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 misogynist, whatever the fuck, BS. I also talked to them prior, and I even checked what can I do, what can't I do? What can I talk about or what not? And I even mentioned like, oh, like, because a lot of my viewers are fucking pervs. If I make a joke about your tits, can I do that? Like, I literally said that prior, and they were like, I don't give a shit, man. So like, you guys are gonna make some good money. That's it. And I streamed and made them both 6K. But it doesn't matter. Like, it does make it look like I'm a misogynist and I'm using these girls to objectify them, to make money. Like, even though I didn't make any fucking money on that stream, the money went all to them. But hey, it doesn't fucking matter.
It ain't easy being Athene.
I don't mind. It's worse being, you know, a kid starving in Africa. So I don't mind. I'm still privileged.
But it just, yeah, it's like, what's going on? Is this Stockholm syndrome? Like, what is this? Like, it's very, very weird. I wouldn't take everything she says completely at face value, of course, right? It just...
I do want to say something about this, right? This is also because of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. Like, now being able to say like, you don't take anything what a girl says at face value. 5 years ago,
That wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case. A girl says anything, that's the truth. I'm glad that that has shifted away, because the amount of false accusations is insane.
It's impossible to know, but I will say that, like, in the context of like the other crypto scams and just like the weird nature of what it is fundamentally, yeah, I can see why people would be extremely skeptical.
As narcissistic as Athene, what
I do want to say something about that, because he uses this crypto scam as a stepping stone to say maybe the accusations are true. But that's the problem, right? You add a few of these fake stories and they start then suddenly all adding up to something that really sounds real.
whether the character or actually himself has a hard time letting go or moving on from their once prosperous social media career. It's why, if you tune in, you'll see him live for 6 people, maybe.
I do have to say, like, this really stings.
It was
from 4 to 6, 50% increase.
Maybe taking long breaks between his rants to address the lack of activity in chat. When you've achieved this level of delusion, nothing matters except the next breadcrumb of attention, validation, or support. I would venture to
Where's the support at, guys?
Can you guys give me some breadcrumbs? I really want the validation.
say that the articles written about him, including his Wikipedia, were probably by Athene's team, painting him in a positive light. Nothing is mentioned about scamming, scandals, and controversies.
Because Wikipedia, like, there is some kind of fact-checking going on Wikipedia. And even then, it's actually haters that keep filling up more bullshit in it. Like, the stuff with the crypto stuff is verifiably debunked.
Strategically left out. It's not as hard as you think to take over SEO, especially when you have a dedicated team. From raising millions of dollars.
I don't know if he astroturfed the Wikipedia of himself. I feel like they
we didn't do that.
probably would have stopped them from doing that, but it could have just happened under the radar. I mean, for sure.
For charity, to making worldwide news outlets, interviews.
He doesn't know if we astroturfed the Wikipedia, but we didn't.
Okay.
sponsors, partnerships, to scamming people through crypto.
But that's the thing, right? When you want to really hold on to a certain idea, right? It's really like a confirmation bias. You're really looking up to justify a story. So if you check Wikipedia and it doesn't confirm that I'm a scammer, then Wikipedia must be wrong. It's not about looking at what confirms your feelings. It's more about being able to let go when you're attached to a certain idea when the truth is showing otherwise. But that requires a certain level of introspection and reflection that most people in this hyper attention society have lost capacity to do that.
Currency and clinging on to any hope of attention. The fall of Athene seemed inevitable once his facade began to fade. Athene wasn't the greatest gamer in the world. He understood clickbait and how to manipulate algorithms, both online poker and YouTube. His secret weapon.
I think that if Athene had come back and he had just played video games and he just made more funny videos like this, everybody would still watch him. Like nowadays, obviously coming back and doing it now would be weird, right? But like, cause like in the context of like everything that's happened. But I mean, like if he had never stopped doing that, I think everything would have been fine.
But that's true. It's true.
But
like,
it's not true, because what does it mean that everything is fine?
Well,
in this context,
I would
yes,
have,
but
I would have had to adapt my content, go with the political correctness, like amp down the character, do some meta with React and all that stuff, and it would have worked really well. The problem is though, I wouldn't have had the place, I wouldn't have had the game, the charity impact I've had. I've just made a balance, and doing good in the world is more important to me than trying to stay relevant. Staying relevant is a constant battle that is not always in your control.
It's again, guys, never break character.
Was exploiting the very games that he played. At one point in his career, Athene made the conscious decision to push his vision one step further. Through the Singularity Group, he believed he could take his donations from the millions to the billions. Although this was never the actual plan. Reese and Athene hid behind layers of irony while pushing their scam the entire time.
The extent to which we are able to squeeze these poor suckers, you wouldn't believe it, and you're having trouble believing it right now. You're having trouble grasping it right now. But I would just say stick around in the chat for a few days and you will start to see what's really going on. But it takes a while for you to understand that this is exactly what's going on. We really built up this community. We took many years of slowly building up
Please go talk to Asmon. He brings on
the people he reacts to all the time. It would help you, and in the long run, the charity work you do. You say you can't do anything, but that's not true. But it's like, if Asmon wanted to talk, wouldn't he?
I don't mind chatting with him. But I don't know if he even would want to, because I'm too controversial. Isn't that platforming nowadays? I don't mind being on his chat, you know? Like, I would have to be a little bit entertaining, because else it would just be boring.
Hardcore base of dumb suckers that happen to have quite some money from rich mummies and daddies or something, and now we're finally cashing in on it.
Athene understood that in order for all of
It's so obvious sarcasm. It's so crazy that people see that and go like, holy shit, these viewers are dumb. He's literally telling that his viewers are gullible suckers and they're still watching them and they're still donating. It's not like it's from a secret meeting or whatever that they extracted this. Like, it's literally like on the stream that he says that. It's so insane.
Of his deranged
It's a matter again of charisma. Is it like Reese just wasn't funny? That's the problem. Is it like you can scam the viewers? It's fine. But you've got to be funny when you're doing it. You can't just say, hey, we're scamming you guys. No, it has to be, there has to be like a little bit of a song and dance.
goals to work, he would have to be in control. This is why he created a compound structure with volunteers that were viewed as dedicated workers. Athene masquerades as a hero of the people, all while lacking the self-awareness to realize that he's been digging his own social media grave this entire time. At this point, he clings to the hope of getting an ounce of his popularity back. He insists that he's still in control and has the answers. Admitting his mistakes or humility is not part of Athene's blurred amalgamation of his identity. There is no Bashir Bumaza. There is no Shiren. There is only the endgame character of Athene, a man who has adapted, but in all the wrong ways. His narcissism doesn't allow him to communicate genuinely. Viewers are left with scrambled minds. One could even mistake his gish galloping for intelligence. Some of you may feel sorry for Athene, as his channel now exists as an artifact of the past, with
I don't know if I necessarily feel sorry. I mean, fuck. Those videos were awesome. I used to love watching those videos. You know, it's like, yeah, it was great. Like, yeah, now it's like some fucking crazy bullshit, but who gives a fuck now? Like, yeah, it was great, man. Those videos were amazing.
ever-declining views and streams that can only be described as ghost towns, it's apparent that Athene will never be accepted back.
You know the founder of Scientology, what he said?
L. Ron
He
Hubbard.
said, if you want to make some money,
Start a religion.
you start a business. But if you want to score big bucks, you start a religion.
Okay. I forgot the first part.
Now you guys know where I get my inspiration from.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think I like to look like Tom Cruise? You think
Read
that's
Dianetics,
coincidence?
boys.
What's the Tom Cruise thing?
Tom Cruise is in Scientology.
All right.
But the crazy thing is, it's like, it's so damn funny to say shit like that. I find it so sarcastic and so funny. Like,
I
how
love
can
this.
people see this and then take it serious? I'm blown away.
More for the cult,
You
Felix.
learn everything about the
Felix,
world.
thank you, man. $15. So if you guys come at me, right, and think you guys are, you know, ahead, and go like, man, Athene, like make this in a fault, expose me. You know the beauty of the internet? I can say it right now, saying I'm just milking your little gullible fucking mindless, soulless fucking dumb brains. I can say it right now, and people are still throwing me money. I actually made more money the last 5 minutes I made the past days. You see?
See, the problem is that if he acted like this all the time, people would watch him because it's kind of funny.
I'm glad that he actually says that it's just a joke. Like, because it's just a joke. Like, obviously. But the guy that made the expose video is using this as proof that I'm scamming, that I lost the plot, that I'm a narcissist. That's the crazy part.
Problem is whenever he's boring just playing his own crypto game. Yeah, this is entertaining. People...
That's not true. He never plays his own crypto game even, dude. I'm just a gullible sucker that plays it on my account. Like, he doesn't even play his own game.
would sit around and watch this for sure. It's not funny.
It's
It's
paying
funny
off.
for enough people. Yeah, you're right. It might not be funny for you, but it's funny for a lot of people.